How's it going, guys? Back with an update on the Cold Dot Raider in Archnemesis League. Now, before I get into things, because I updated a lot of gear, we've got passive tree and Atlas passive stuff to talk about. GG has released a what we're working on, other notable issues they're aware of in here. And Archnemesis feedback. We're keeping a close eye on Archnemesis feedback. I'm not going to go too much into that because it seems like the community is kind of beating this mess over the head. If you go to Reddit, it's pretty apparent. But a thing that I want to bring up here is that nowhere in this is anything to do with metamorph. Like nothing at all. Now, I've seen there's a big issue with metamorph, and I can show you that right now. There's a metamorph right here. It's invisible. I can still damage it. I bet once I get like a threshold, it might still spawn the enemies around it. Yep, there's the enemies that come surround it. And I can drain its HP all the way. Like, I don't know what causes this. It's just kind of random. It'll randomly disappear. There. Now it would be dead. And it's just stuck here in this frozen state. Now, and even though, like, I get to, like, remake this metamorph once it dies, but I lose both of my metamorphs now due to whatever this bug is. And like that, this not being mentioned at all is pretty unfortunate. If I leave the map, I can go back in. And now it will be standing here visible. I can still damage it, but it's unkillable. That feels pretty bad. Not gonna lie. I would really like to see this fixed, especially as I'm someone who like heavily invested into metamorph, because that's what I wanted to farm. I've been farming catalysts and stuff. It's been like the bulk of my league. I bought lots of scarabs and whatnot, and it's not every time. It's like maybe 5% of the time the metamorph will do that. And I don't know of any fix for it or workaround for it, but it's not in the notable known issues. So who knows if that'll get fixed anytime soon. Pretty unfortunate. So, later on in the video, I'm going to show you my first encounters with, what are they? The Black Star and the Infinite Hunger. Encountered the Infinite Hunger for the first time today, Black Star a couple days ago, and I stopped pushing towards those bosses, or else I'd have too much boss content for this video, essentially. So, beyond that, I've been focusing more on trying to get Maven stuff spawned, working that route since that stuff is newer. So, let's talk about Atlas Passive Tree. So I've changed some things up here. I'm actually pretty close to, like, finishing it. My Atlas says 114 and 117. Twilight Temple, Vinctar Square, and Doriai's Machinarium is all that's left on here for me to do. Gotten one favorite. I could do 2 of these right now. I could do 3 of these right now. So, like, I'll continue progressing this stuff. But I just wanted to keep it pretty simple. I want to finish off my heist quest line still. Today let's see, what's my played now? My slash played has gone up by about 16 hours. So I've put about 16 hours in since my last video, roughly. I have found 4 smuggler's caches in all the maps that I've read all day today. 4 smuggler's caches. I ran two of the things, and I've picked up 2 more. And when I've invested into my tree to get smuggler's caches to complete my heist quest so that I can farm the twins, it's like, it's just not. Like, there's 4% chance for smuggler's cache here, 4% here. That's all the chance for smuggler's cache you can get. Honestly, if I wanted to get my smuggler's caches, I'd be better off filling out this Kurek wheel, getting increased Atlas scouting reports, along with down here, and then re-rolling Atlas missions until I get a guaranteed smuggler's cache from Kurek. Because I've actually done that. Like, I can re-roll these until I get smuggler's cache as the reward. And that is a more viable way to complete your heist quest line stuff than it is investing in the heist stuff on the tree, and that just feels awful. I mean, there's still like good things here, like this node here. 8% more blueprints found in area is more valuable than the secret stash node, straight up. So, like, I don't know. I reworked some things here. I pulled out of all of these nodes right here, because I was getting frustrated with the rogue metamorphs. Like, they show up in maps, they can be like super deadly, and the rewards you get from them just like aren't there. They're not giving you like the guaranteed metamorph pieces or anything. So I just felt like it's really not worth all of these points when I could just connect these two here. I still want to farm metamorphs, so I can still get an additional one, get an additional itemized sample, like this stuff. Like, I don't care to go down here to get an additional metamorph encounter because I'll just use scarabs. So I have this. I have the chance for duplicated rewards. That's cool. I've seen dozens of these smuggling routes packs today. Cool. They give me lots of rogue markers. Smuggler's caches, though, just not there. So up here, I was working towards this yesterday. I wanted to fill out the strongbox wheel, and I eventually did. And then I slowly realized, like, one, cartographer strongboxes like never show up. So this 30% increased chance for cartographer strongbox doesn't mean hardly anything. Like, they just don't show up. I've farmed so many strongboxes. I'm running Rusted Abyss Scarabs in all of my maps and investing the 4 Chaos into Ambush. So I'm getting like 8 per map with the additional strongbox down here. That being said, the secret operative strongboxes are fantastic, and you can even get winged scarabs from these, which is really cool. But not only were the cartographer strongboxes just not showing up, I'm also running tamper-proof, making my strongboxes rare and corrupted. That means if I were to get a cartographer strongbox, even though this would duplicate all the maps, every single one of those maps is going to be corrupted. So it's really not worth it. Getting the like duplicated currency stuff and the divination cards, so fantastic coming out of the strongboxes. This just isn't worth it. There's much better ways to juice your map drops with things like these nodes here. But further on scarabs, I was originally spec'd into subtle manipulations. Map device has a 10% chance not to consume scarabs. So every 10 maps, that is saving me like 5 chaos on things for 6 points in my passive tree. And I get 4% chance for boss to drop an additional scarab. I've seen that a boss drop an additional scarab once. I figured these 6 points were not worth it. So I use these to like push down and get all this Maven stuff down here. I'm really trying to push the Maven stuff. The most toys has a 10% chance of also witnessing a random map boss when you defeat a map boss witnessed by the Maven. 10% chance feels pretty worthless. Um, like I haven't yet seen it actually like show up. Like I think for this node to be any kind of good, it needs to be like 50% chance. Um, I actually thought it was 100% chance when I spec'd into it. I thought I would have to do 5 maps. I get my Maven thing, but no. Um, so I've only done 2 10 ways at this point. I've got 4 splinters to my Maven, and I wanted to do this because I know the 10-way Maven encounters can drop Shaper Elder Guardian maps, and I wanted to do that. Other things I spec'd into here, I got Sulfite Infusion, and I got Intelligence Gathering. So I'm passively generating Sulfite, and I'm passively generating Safe House Intelligence. And further along with that, I got Focused Investigation down here for June mission chances. So, and the last things I spec'd into was I got myself a chance to get Alva missions, and I got the ones here as well. Not grabbing time dilation yet because I'm not really running them. I just want to be able to farm the missions up because I'm going to need to be able to double corrupt a bunch of Hospital Wills to try and get a like +2 duration or +2 AoE gems on it because they currently aren't any that exist. I'd farm the currency and throw down on one of those, but if they're not going to exist, fine. I got this 6-link Hospice Will for 79 chaos. Why are 6-link Hospice Wills so cheap? I have no idea. Because fusing prices are crazy, which is part of the reason like I'm really invested in the strongbox, the corrupted strongbox stuff. Like in my dump tab here, look at all the 6 sockets. Like of course I'm getting some 6 links in here too, so I can get divine orbs. But the big thing here is like I'm getting lots of corrupted 6 socket items from these strong boxes. I'm getting 8 strong boxes, at least a map. Some of them can be opened multiple times, and that's fantastic. That's generating me lots of jeweler's orbs that I can upgrade to fusings that I can sell, which they're like 2 to 1 chaos for real. Like quant farming for 6 sockets, or like doing what I'm doing with the strong boxes, is a great source of currency this league. And another thing I've learned is that like I haven't played Trade League past the level 100 in like 2 leagues. I jumped straight to SSF. I've learned that these high level flasks, like 84 flasks, are pretty highly sought after. The second I drop a like Jade Flask, Diamond Flask, Sapphire hasn't been going. But yeah, like 84 flasks, there's a lot of them. I've just been dumping all my flasks with the new affinity thing into here for 5 chaos, and I've sold multiple exalts worth of just flask bases for people. And I've got my flasks pretty set up here, so like I don't need them anymore. So there we go. Like that's just been a great source of income generation. So if you're farming in these like T16 maps and whatnot, be picking up these utility flasks. Like it's pretty clear here. No one really cares for the quartz flasks or the sulfur flasks or the corundum flasks, but I sold the 84 gold flasks. Haven't sold Stiv Knights, but the Jades and Granites disappear so fast. It's crazy. Here we go. This is the Granite Flask I replaced. This is a garbage Granite Flask, but Granite Flasks, super cheap. Easy 5 chaos, just like here and there. Provided your loot filter is showing you those flasks. And he didn't have his chaos. Try this again. Okay, so I think that's enough that I want to talk about on here. I did finally get my first synthesis map drop, which I'm going to run here in just a second. That's in unique maps, I think, still. Maybe? No, I put it in here. I'm going to run this to see what that's looking like and to show off what my build's doing at this point. Like, I've over doubled the damage from yesterday's video. I upgraded a scepter. I switched to the Cosprey's Will, and I'll spare you the video I recorded of me mauling over hexproof in this game with metamorphs and such. Like, there's just not a way to build around hexproof. Dot builds, like full dot particular, like that does not, you don't get any kind of penetration. There are no marks that work with it. I'm using 3 curses right now. And if I get a hexproof enemy, I just lose like 60% of my damage, it feels like. It's awful. So I went with the Cosprey's Will, basically turned my build into a cultist. Basically what I would do to solve the issue of hexproof, which, like, I thought maybe a flask base that could apply your curses to hexproof enemies would work. But I think the same thing kind of needs to happen that happened here with Ghost Dance. I think that the Profane Bloom on a cultist needs to have that hexproof. You can apply curses to hexproof enemies, stripped from it, and put somewhere on this passive tree. So that you can spec into the ability to apply curses to hexproof enemies. And then Profane Bloom can still have the explosions on enemies, and then maybe give it some mana reservation efficiency for curse auras. But like, there's got to be something else in this game to like it's a straight up immunity to curses. There's nothing else really in the game like that. Yeah, there's I don't know what exactly needs to happen, but that's there. I got myself a Watcher's Eye, paid 5 exalts for this. Damage over time multiplier well affected by malevolence. Pretty big upgrade in damage. 226 without it. 251 with it, so it's like 10% damage upgrade from this. That was pretty big. And then, yeah, I got this colored scepter upgrade. This was like 1 exalt, I think. I got a belt replacement. Oh, and there, somebody's buying a sulfur flask. I got a belt replacement, and I got an Abyss Jewel that enemies hindered by you have 19% reduced life regeneration rate. That is to try and counter the like insane amounts of life regen that can show up on metamorphs. Because it gets pretty crazy, and like I've been farming so many metamorphs, like the new bosses, like not even close. Like I've fought harder metamorphs than the entire 10-way Maven encounter combined. They're just crazy. So there's that. I'll show you how this build's going. We'll throw this in, and then we got Maven on this. I need to get Maven on that. So what's going on here? We're getting 5 mods and only 2 synthesis global modifiers, and how many buttons now? 100% increased effective additional modifiers on unique synthesis maps. Synthesis unique items dropped in area have 3 synthesized implicit modifiers, and monsters and synthesis maps have a 2% chance to drop synthesized items. And we get a bunch of pack size. So that's what we're getting out of here. Let's see how that goes. I haven't seen what this looks like. So let's go. What did we get? 94% more rare monsters, which is usually pretty huge. Intelligence on that. Oh, Mammoth. Chance to avoid poison, pale, and bleeding. Reduce extra damage critical strikes. Beyond. Speed. Synthesize rare monsters. Drop talisman. Pretty meh. Okay. So I don't know that I need to clear this. I just need to go kill the boss, because there's... Like, what is this map giving me that matters? I just want the juicy stuff off the boss. Well, okay. It's dropping me quality currency. And I guess dropping me synthesized items that I'd have to look at, like, every single one of these. But, like, chisels, engineer orbs, like, if it dropped me GCPs, that'd be cool. Because I still need some GCPs to finish qualitying stuff. Oh my goodness, the synthesized stuff. This is low item level stuff too, because, okay, yeah. It is dropping me GCPs. I must have missed the quality currency stuff. Okay, I guess he wasn't there. Alright, taking care of business though. Chisels are like 10 to 1 chaos. Engineering orbs collect dust. Aldera map is T11. I haven't gotten any of these watchstones yet. Maven's gonna take me a while still to get to. And like, I generally, like, I don't have the patience to go and look at all these synthesized items. Well, that's a vulnerability on hit. Triggered spell still 25%, or like 30% increased damage. Last blower, like... This is cool. This is a rollable vulnerability on hit. Loves. Well, maybe it's worth. I don't know. Let's see what this boss will give me. Okay. Crazy map. Be crazy. What is that? That's some kind of debuff that I've never seen before. Ooh, I forgot to mention the hinder. I'll show you that after this fight. Synthesize Iron Ring. Fire damage, lightning damage, LE with attack skills, and this is the Herald of Purity one. Mana reservation efficiency and physical damage while affected by Herald of Purity. Meh. Probably not the best, but still interesting. So, this jewel, enemies hindered by you have reduced life regeneration, which I could stack these and get this to be higher. But on the passive tree up here, I got enemies cursed by you are hindered with 15% reduced movement speed. So that is how I'm hindering enemies to get that reduced life regeneration rate. So basically today, with this chest piece and this jewel, I've like turned myself into a like pseudo occultist. Because like straight up, I guess to play Cold Dot, you really have to be able to curse hexproof enemies. Because you're reliant so much on curses and exposure to like strip resistances. And now I'm like throwing on elemental weakness, despair, and frostbite with Bane. So I can just apply all three of these at once. Got rid of the Orb of Storms. This is a more reliable way to apply my curses. And yeah, that's where things are. Nothing else has really changed. I haven't like invested yet into really spending my implicit currency to re-roll these. I know I can get Cold Dot multi on gloves. That was like in the announcement and stuff, we could see that you could get cold dot multi on these gloves. Um, Unnerve is kind of cool, but in PoB it really doesn't seem to affect my damage much, even though it's an unnerved enemies take increased spell damage. So I'll probably do something with that eventually. And so yeah, this PoB will be in the description. Oh yeah, and I got my anoint back replaced. I had anointed silent steps, increased blind effect, increased evasion rating while I was resetting the 5 ways, and then I got that swapped back to divine judgment. So we've got the damage like up to 251. In last league, I had it like 301 tooltip. That was with a +2 corrupted carcass check. So I'm getting the damage up to where it was, and then I want to get a +2 corrupted Cosby's will, and then things will really be popping off. No issues at all at that point. And I still don't have a level 21 Vol Cold Snap. I've looked, those don't exist yet, so that's where we are. Now, I'll come back and deal with the rest of that nonsense after I throw you off to the first of the lesser new bosses, I guess I could say. But tomorrow I'm swapping to a staff. I bought this staff for 2 exalts. I spent all day with this on live search just to see if something showed up. +3 all cold spell skill gems, a decent spell damage roll, damage over time multiplier, and crafted cold damage over time multiplier. So what I'm going to do with this is let's turn off all the auras and stuff. So without anything, I'm at 140,000 cold dot. Just like throwing this in, it jumps up to 159. So it's already like better damage. And then it's going to give me access to another potentially 6 link. All I've managed to do is 5 link it right now. But the idea here is to drop the Bane, put a curse back in here, move all the curses up here, and curse things with Frostblink. And then move the Arcane Surge up back into Creeping Frost, which will allow me to raise the level of the Arcane Surge a bit to match the mana cost of the Creeping Frost. And then that opens up like boots and things for the rest of my gems here. Because all of these will need to get slotted into those boots. And then I'll still have one more gem socket that I don't know what I'll do with. But that'll be tomorrow. I want to provide like both POBs, so today we'll have the upgraded shield version of the build, and then tomorrow we'll switch to the staff and juice more damage out of it that way. But we were able to squeeze out more damage by using a different scepter than the unique one. The Spine of the First Claimant. This is basically free. Like, this is one. These went up in price? Okay. I paid 1 chaos for this. Day 1 of the league. That's cool. Turn all my stuff back on. There's that. Okay, yeah. So this is the POB you'll get. We got updated flasks. We got updated gear. We got this stuff. No catalysts on anything. I'm not willing to like invest my catalysts yet. I'm trying to like farm most of my own stuff. I don't want to just purchase everything. I'm gonna farm up my own bosses and things. I guess they're all over here. I'm gonna farm up my own bosses and try and like do that. Like I could just purchase all this stuff because I still have money left over after buying a Watcher's Eye, after buying a 6-link chest, and upgrading all this gear, and getting a staff. And tomorrow I'm gonna hit these empowers. So I'll have another 6 empowers to corrupt, That could be a bunch more money. I haven't sold, like, priced or sold anything. Like, look at all the full stacks of divination cards I have from today. I have 5 void cards. Okay, we gotta turn those in real quick. Okay, 20 quality mirror arrow. Mark of submission. Level 79. Marble amulet. Another mirror arrow. And... ooh, yikes. Not the greatest pulls on those. But yeah, all this stuff like is basically coming from divination strong boxes. Like it's just like raining div cards. Where's my Reign of Chaos? 5C for that? I don't know. I've got like, yeah, here we go. I've got 79 Reign of Chaos. Like these drop in like stacks of 6 off of these like divination strong boxes. Like it gives me so much stuff. I've gotten okay, all 4 of these cards, 6-link influenced body armor. All of these have come from those divination boxes. Today I've gotten a few chains that bind. It just spits out so many divination cards. It's amazing. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna wrap this up. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the first looks from me at the Black Star and what's his name? Infinite Hunger. So yeah, enjoy. Cheers. Okay, just got my hands on a Writhing Invitation. It's gonna be the open portals to Seething Chime. This item on personal map device. And of course, it's not gonna let me use it while my scarabs are in there. It could just not use the scarabs. Okay, Seething Chime. Portal is very cool. Like, I've not seen this in any capacity at all. Okay. The Infinite Hunger. Okay. Is this just the Simulacrum boss? Okay, it's gonna... Hello? Okay. Okay, what is that? Gonna keep coming? Okay. These corrosive hungers, it's lowering my... okay, here's a spot I can stand. Digestive acid. Did it swallow me? Am I inside of it? No mini-map in here. Like, what am I looking for? What is this? I can't stand on that. Okay. What to do? There are these, like, teeth-looking things. Is it trying to, like, direct me it somewhere? Like some kind of waterfall thing there. Is that like... Okay. Okay, so you just gotta survive and find a portal to way back? With no minimap. Yeah. And to fight this boss, it is literally like the same exact strategy as Omniphobia. Stay behind it and then run circles during that phase.
An open maw is merely a gateway
Okay.
to a labyrinth of stomachs that can never be filled. The
Okay.
destruction of a single mouth does not stem the tide of the ceaseless hunger within. The Maven's claim stands, but the challenge continues. They are coming.
Right. Well, that was certainly something. Very strange.
Our best researchers believe you've just won some sort of ritual for control of the Atlas against the Tangle.
The Tangle?
Defeating the infinite hunger is just one stage of the conflict, however. It can never be simple, can it? Keep up the pursuit, Godslayer. This?
Earth's out there. I didn't do anything to change my atlas at all. I guess it would be... Oh, how do I see that? I look at it here. It doesn't tell me what tier of maps. It's like on the atlas, it says T14 plus map bosses while Maven's present. Makes sense. I understand that. For this other influence, I guess I just gotta put more maps in the sea. Well, I guess we'll find out. Alright, just came into the Polaric Void for the first time.
Maven, the challenge begins. Your champion will fall.
Atlas, mine!
Replica,
What?
deep space.
Okay.
Solar
Black
storm.
Star. Okay. Wait, whoa, what?
Deep space. Astral avalanche.
Divergent Reflection and the Black Star. Whoa. Okay.
Simulacrum.
A Warped Reflection.
Deep space. Starflare. Solar storm.
Okay. That's what the pillars are there for. I think that's actually like, you gotta just like weave in and out of those.
Space. Solar storm.
Oh.
Deep space. Astral avalanche.
Okay, you can use the pillars to dodge against that
Deep
too.
space. Solar storm. Simulacrum. Deep space. Astral avalanche. The cleansing fire
Oh.
prevails.
Okay. I think I just got one shot there. Maybe it was by that reflection?
Replica. The dark
Like I was that close?
breathes.
Shining violence.
Okay.
Webs span between countless stars, both blazing and black. A shroud of intellect eternally hungry for knowledge. The destruction of a single neuron goes unnoticed by the mind at large.
Okay. Interesting. Does that give me...
Our strategists believe that by defeating the Black Star, you've strengthened the Maven's claim on the Atlas. No cause for celebration just yet, though. This is far from over. By all accounts, there's something far more deadly ahead. Be ready, Godslayer.
Okay, so that was like a mini-boss. It does not look like it gave me more passives in any way. Okay, well that was cool.